G'day everybody, welcome back to Forever Skies. Now, we came back to the series because there's been a new update to the game. And yeah, we're sort of just checking out what's new.
Calories level is decreasing.
In the previous episode, we managed to get these brand new docking planks after visiting a new, should we say, biome or platform. It is a wind farm variant,
Hydration level
and
is decreasing.
considered to be, I think they're called like high points or something like that. And yeah, well, all of the new tech is going to be located there, so I figure we should try to find another one. And in the previous episode, we have essentially been trying to, I guess, find another one of those, I guess, platforms. So we will continue that and hope that we can find yet another similar location. We did sort of park here mainly because I was sort of interested to see if we could find any, you know, data pads and stuff like that. We are slowly getting damaged little by some debris, so I'm keen on actually just making a move for now and sort of deciding what to do next. I mean, we have already decided what to do next. We are essentially just roaming around trying to see if we can find more of those platforms, because yeah, there's going to be one other thing, the recycler or something along those lines, which should be you know, something that we can scan and then research and then build. So that's the plan, hopefully, for this episode. It really depends on whether or not we'll be able to find the bloody things that we need. So anyway, just doing a little bit of repairs here. As I said before, we did take a bit of damage here and there thanks to all of those debris blowing into our face. Let's see here. I'm quite certain that that's not really what we want, although we could go visit and see if we can find even more, you know, data pads, because I'd be interested in trying to get new paint. As I mentioned in the previous episode, there are some new paint jobs, and some of them look quite cool actually. So I was sort of reading the update details, and one of the better paint jobs, in my opinion anyway, is the military paint job, or maybe even the what do you call it? I think it's like a construction style paint job. So that might be cool to be able to repaint the ship in those colors. But yeah, let's park over here, see if we can find a nice couple of data pads potentially. Let's quickly park. We do have a bit of an issue with our water and hunger, so I might actually quickly fix that up right now. Are these all cooked? Yeah, I think they're all boiled already. Actually, we do have rations, so we might as well have some of the rations first. And we could probably put a few things away. And yeah, actually we've got canned water as well, so maybe we should be thinking of using that. Oh, it's nice that we can actually now stack the canned water. I believe that wasn't a thing before. So that's definitely an improvement, and a welcome one at that. Alright, I'm just looking at what we can get rid of here from our inventory. Looks like we've got a little bit more fuel. So yeah, I'll just dump all of this in here. And we've got more helium fuel as well, which we can again just put into the other engine, and if we find more, we'll dump even more in. So yeah, we should be able to keep flying for a while. I haven't really parked in a very safe position here. I'll probably use the entryways down below to get in and out. And I guess we should be using our doors a little bit more often. I wonder if there's going to be a need at some point to really seal the ship. You know, so far we've kept the doors open most of the time, but I wonder if maybe we might reach areas where, you know, the air might be toxic even at higher altitudes, and we might have to try and, you know, seal the ship and not let the toxic air in, for example. I don't know. Just a thought. So yeah, obviously plenty of stuff that we can probably find here. I'm not entirely sure about picking up absolutely every little thing, but the main focus really is just trying to find some more data pads if possible. Don't like the idea of jumping that. I don't like the idea of jumping that either. Do we want to go to the other side? Look, let's do that. And from here, I think we should be able to get in relatively easily. You would hope, anyway. Okay. Nothing here. We should be able to drop down to this platform, though, if I'm not mistaken. And then do what, precisely? I'm not entirely sure. Do we go there, or... or do we need to try and extract our way in? No. That's not the answer either. I think it's probably here. Yeah, that is quite scary, actually. If you're playing this game with, like, permadeath, because I think you can, right? Like, that is probably one of the game difficulties, but if you do permadeath, then, you know, making these jumps can be very, very critical, right? Like, one mishap, and that's it. And pretty much start the game from the very beginning again. And probably not something that you really want to do if you're really, really far into the game. I guess it depends on, you know, how complex and how long the campaign might be. I don't think we'll go back there. Alright, we're gonna need to figure out how to get back up, though, so... Sorry. Just remember that I don't think there is a way from there, so... Yeah, see, like, that is super close. So, when you only have one life, every jump is going to be so stressful, I can imagine. Alright. So, yeah, I think we could just get through here, right? And then, look, we probably don't need to go to the other side. Let's just walk up from here. Actually, we should check these spaces here. I guess we can gather some copper, that's fine. Don't really have too much need for copper right now, but we can stockpile a little bit. Okay, well, that was sort of a nice distraction, but we didn't really get too much out of it, did we? So, let's try and focus up and make our way to where we need to go. Okay, so we sort of need to make a decision on which way to go. we sort of were going like in that direction before, so I think I'll just continue on that course and yeah, hope for the best. I'll try and raise our altitude a little bit as well. So luckily when we visited the first biome or first platform that was part of the update, we didn't actually have to fuss about with making more turbines or anything like that, because we're basically at the altitude that we needed to be already. But I wonder if there's going to be even more platforms with like even higher altitudes than what we've seen so far. I don't know if we'll be able to like get too high up as well, right? Because potentially what you might have to do is you might need to land somewhere lower or try to find an entry point somewhere lower into a structure and then sort of work your way up, you know, even higher into that building. I don't think that's what we're looking for. Yeah, we sort of tried to look at the symbol the other day, and unfortunately the database doesn't actually have the symbol on it. So here, high point. It's still giving us the normal, like, standard wind farm logo. So yeah, we're gonna have to sort of figure this thing out. I'm pretty sure it looks sort of like the rooftops, but with a smaller box on the top, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let us keep paying attention to the radar, because the last thing we want is to actually miss the place that we have to visit. And yeah, I wonder how far you can really travel in this airship. I mean, the obvious thing is to compare with Subnautica, and Subnautica actually has like a map that is sort of permanent, if you will, and I think it's sort of the same for every player, whereas this game feels like everything is sort of procedurally generated, but I could be wrong. I'm still getting that flashing, which I still can't really figure out what exactly is flashing and what might need repairs. Actually, might not be a bad idea to figure out how to get onto the roof and access the actual balloons. I don't really know if we will actually really need to do that, but you know, it's kind of a nice thing to have. Alright, so while we're flying about, kind of aimlessly, let's actually look at some of the other stuff that we can craft here. So, we did go with wall lamps when we were playing in the, I guess, main series of the initial launch, and I think we can continue to make some wall lamps here. So particularly on this side, I think we could do with another wall lamp. So let's just, again, checking, making sure that we're not missing the actual destinations that we need to go to. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. I can't remember if this is the warm or neutral light wall lamp, but
hydration level is decreasing.
I think it is the neutral light one. So let's get some epoxy, electric elements, and glass. So we only need one of each, right? So the splitting mechanic, yeah, still a little bit iffy about the splitting mechanic. I can't remember how much glass we need actually, but Okay, well, it's just one. Anyway, let's print that out and come back to our radar. Pay a little bit more attention here. There's just plenty of these normal wind farms, but not really much when it comes to the new content. You know, one thing that I wish you could do is actually interact with the radar and actually set like target waypoints and stuff like that. Or maybe tell the radar that you're looking for a specific place and it might show you, you know, some of the closer ones. And that way, you know, you might not spend as much time, you know, flying around aimlessly, so to speak. Drop that in there, and okay, let's just decorate a little bit. How did we do it on this side? Okay, just above the little square here, so round about there. Okay. Looks good. Things are looking a little bit brighter. Yeah, okay, still just standard wind farms coming around here. Unless I'm supposed to sort of do something else to try and find these wind farms. But my guess really is just to get lucky and find one. Let's just change our course a tiny bit there. How are we doing for fuel? We're just under half. I think it might be a good idea for us to just keep making some crystal fuel. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot more stuttering and stuff like that after the latest update, guys. I know in the previous episode I had a bit of an issue with the performance, and I'm not sure if it's something to do with the you know, playing in full screen. I've currently sort of got the game running on windowed because it seems to run a little bit smoother that way. It is 1080p, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure if other people are getting the same issues. It could either be issues with optimization of the game, or it could be my rig, you know, really struggling. I would say the rig is pretty decent, but you know, it is getting a little bit old. So let's take a look. Still looking good there. We can drop some fuel in here. Now if we do decide to land somewhere, I figure we might use that opportunity to craft ourselves another engine and place it down so that we can maybe move a little bit faster. That might not be a bad idea. Anyway, let's continue on this way. I don't know if I saw some flashing lights over that side. Maybe. So let's deal with our hunger and thirst. And we might need to have a sleep sometime soon, but let's...
Caution. A storm is coming.
Let's quickly, let's maybe lower the ship a little bit. Now, it's a bit unconfirmed for me right now in terms of whether or not you should be traveling through storms. Obviously, the altitude and storms is a thing, so you know you want to try and reduce your altitude and try to avoid thunderstrikes that way. But then you might end up hitting like some debris and stuff. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound good. Might need to spend a little bit of time repairing here. Alright, I'm not going to worry too much about repairing just yet. It doesn't appear like we've taken too much damage. Yeah, that's a bit more damage right there. I'll see if I can make another engine, I think. So, let's see. So, machine parts and metals. Easy. And then we might actually need a few additional bits and pieces for the upgraded engine. Polymers and transformers. I'm not sure if we have a spare transformer somewhere. Alright, I'm just seeing if we can approach one of these platforms, just to avoid being the highest thing. I probably should have lowered the ship even more while we were traveling back there, but anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, since we're here, I probably wouldn't mind just exploring a tiny bit, maybe gathering a little bit of water, seeing if there's any food that we might be able to get, because yeah, we're getting a little bit close to not having much food left. I mean, we've got a few of those crickets which should last us a few more days, I would say, but it'll be nice to have a little bit more food. Let's just grab that. And yeah, as I said, I mean, maybe we should think about parking properly here and getting the engine in its place. I don't know if I have enough space here to work on the ship. Let's just move ahead a tiny bit. Actually, I do want to upgrade the engine first, don't I? My bad. So, we need transformers. I don't think we have any. Just do one last inspection. That doesn't go there. Goes there. Polymers. Well, let's craft ourselves a transformer in that case. Transformers, we need... Okay. Easy. Actually, we need 4 of them. Yeah, okay. That's a lot. Okay. Was not expecting that. Well, let's do another one. I think it'll be good if we sleep because we're out of breath constantly here, so which can be a little bit frustrating and annoying. Okay, good stuff. Let's grab that and let's do another. And we're out of electric elements, so hopefully we'll find some in this location. Might be a good idea just to store stuff for the moment. Might need all the space.
Printing completed.
Okay. Cool. Let's go look for stuff. Not that way, obviously. I'm not entirely sure if these big leaves lead anywhere specifically, but that's alright. We'll go down here. Hello. So we got chrome and rain. Rain might not be bad. Righto. This is not the greatest. Can I just jump out from here? Yes, I can. Alright, that is definitely more sensible. Okay. Haven't seen a sun melon in this spot. I was hoping to try and find one. Might be able to feed us a little bit more, but that's alright. Plenty of plastic scraps. Again, I'm not sure if we need heaps right now, but we can gather a few. Probably sound like a broken record at this point, but as you know, I just don't want to overload our inventory. Let's go ahead and make one more transformer. Unless we have all of the ones we need. No, not yet. Alright, let's do one more. And once that's done, we should be able to get the engine upgraded. And before we leave, obviously we're just going to place that engine down, and we should be able to speed things up a little bit.
Printing completed.
I think that's all we need. Great. So while that's chugging along, let's just put stuff back away. Another picture frame. I don't really know why I picked that up, to be honest. Maybe we can leave that behind somewhere. We'll address that later. Alright, so... yeah, that storm definitely did a lot of damage, so... just gonna try and repair everywhere. Okay, that's most of our repair patches.
Printing completed.
We've got a little bit more here. And it'd be good if we actually did the repairs downstairs. Because I think I started to see a few cracks here and there. Yeah, okay, I don't think things are too critical down here, so we won't spend too many. I'm sure we'll find more repair patches though.
Calories level is decreasing.
Alright, so... yeah, the idea is just to get another engine going in the back here.
Maximum flight speed increased.
The real problem though is filling this engine with more fuel when we need to. Do we want to extend the railing back here? I mean, we could. I wish there was a window that you could sort of open and then just access stuff from the window. Let's see. Maybe, guys, what we'll do is we'll see how it feels just putting the fuel in when we're landed, rather than, you know, while we're in the air. Because, you know, I don't think it's too much of an issue if we do run out of juice on that engine, because we still have the other two engines chugging along anyway. It just means that we'll have reduced speed, that's all. So let's do that. And yeah, if we don't like that as we progress, then we can always extend the catwalk out and, you know, do something with the catwalk to try and access it. I think that's a good plan. Yeah, printing the crystal fuel does actually take a while, doesn't it? Compared to some of the other fuels. Okay, still a little bit of damage here.
Printing completed.
Alright. Let's get the engine juiced up, and I think we'll be ready to go. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're already around halfway through this episode, I would say, guys, and unfortunately, really not finding the platforms that we need to find. So I'm not entirely sure if there could be a bug or something like that that's not letting us find the game. Look at us go. Almost 90 kilometers per hour. That's pretty nice, actually. So yeah, hopefully that'll speed things up for us and let us find things a little faster. Maybe. Sort of... are we going the right direction? That's a good question as well. Maybe I want to swing by over this way. And I'm sort of starting to think whether or not it's a good idea for us to land on one of the garden platforms. Try and gather some food. Yeah, okay, some of our... Yeah, all of our flowers have rotted pretty much. Which is unfortunate. We're gonna just eat all of this, really. Take all the damage.
Critical health condition.
Okay, yeah, we're at critical health. That's fine. I think we'll survive, guys. Alright, let's slow down, not crash into stuff. That would be preferable. And yeah, we'll park here and we'll see if we can find some food. There might be a few data pads for us to try and locate as well, who knows. Brilliant. Alright, and while we're here, I also do want to just get some more crystal fuel printing. And with that crystal fuel, we should be able to not worry about the lower engine for a very long time. Alright, so do we have all we need for a good session of exploring in this place? I think so. We've got some bolts as well, so we can kill a few of those lolling grass crickets if we need to. We just need to be careful actually about not getting injured and stuff, because our health is low as it is. You know, we could use a health pack and actually fix our problem right up. But
Printing completed.
I'll let our immunity actually do it, you know? Why waste health packs? In fact, I haven't actually used any health packs whatsoever. I'm gonna drop that, and polymers, I think we could bring some. We did need to use some polymers before, so maybe a stack of 10 is fine. Alright, yeah, the devs fixed the the room here, because remember these rooms used to cause people to sort of get stuck, which is obviously frustrating, so that's very nice that they've removed that problem. Okay, I think we're sort of ready to go. Ah, yes. This is what we're looking for. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the foods and stuff like that, they still don't stack. Could be potentially a design choice. I suppose with the green colanders it makes sense because the size of it alone is kind of a little bit too big for stacking. Alright. Ooh, Okay, one of these petite astra. We haven't seen those in ages. As I said, I think there was a bug involving the petite astras, and it caused a lot of people not to be able to find them, including myself. You know, I was looking for that for a very long time. Now we should be able to research how to make a smaller, a basic cartridge if we were interested in using some of those types of paints, but anyway. I could keep going and try to find like even more food, but I think this is enough. And with the flowers, I guess the flowers are a bit of a worry, right? I mean, even if you chuck them in the freezer, they will still go off pretty quickly, unless you know, dedicate your time to try to find other flowers to then convert things into the actual cartridges that you want. Actually, I'll take one for research, and yeah, I'll keep all of this stuff here. We'll cook them up a little bit later. Yeah, we've still got more of the rotten foods, which we can eat. We just have to eat them slowly. Alright, research. So, basic pattern cartridge, that's what we're looking for. Ooh, we've got metallic pattern cartridges now. I did not know that. Alright, I've got to actually check that out in a moment, but anyway, let's get the ship going. And, yeah, we'll try and continue our expedition to find the bloody High Point wind farms. And, yeah, in the meantime, we'll see what's required for research here. So, ink bulbs and bruised flowers and metals. So that we don't waste this bruised flower, why don't we drop one? And the metals as well. That way, at the very least, it's gonna be secure. We just need one ink bulb. Could have found an ink bulb potentially at the previous location that we were at, but sorry. Let's just quickly peer out here to this direction. Yeah, okay, so the flashing light is indicating to me that it is pretty low. If I remember correctly, those flashing lights would be at a higher position for the place that we're looking for. So, and yeah, that symbol isn't really what we're looking for either. So, anyway. Hopefully, we'll get lucky. If not, then, I don't know, perhaps maybe we might have to do without the recycler. I mean, the recycler sounds kind of interesting, but I mean, how exciting can it get though? I mean, literally, it'll probably just be a place where you can dump stuff that you don't want in, and you can sort of convert stuff into basic materials. That's my guess of what it will do. Let's dump that in there. Yeah, we are really not finding what we need. Okay, we've probably gone overboard on getting all of our materials from the extractors there. We are flying between some of these mountains. I'm not sure if we can actually get through. There appears to be some kind of a gap over there, so Here's hoping. Wonder if we should try and gain even more altitude. Actually, we are at max. I'm pretty sure we've been through a similar situation here. You know what would have been a cool idea is if you could actually land on some of these mountains. Who knows, maybe you can even do that as it stands, but I don't know. There hasn't really been any interesting things that I can see on the sides of those mountains, so there probably isn't really a need to do that. Alright, in light of our inability to try and find the platforms that we're looking for, maybe it might not be a bad idea to try and source ourselves an ink bulb. That's sort of what I'm thinking of right now. Yeah, maybe if we get close to either one of these two, maybe we'll try and scoot over and see if we can grab at least one ink bulb. And look, maybe it's about trying to get all of the flowers this time around. Let's eat that. Let's drop a few other things here. Yeah, actually, we are running a little bit low on epoxy. Maybe it might not be a bad idea to try and grab some epoxy while we're at one of those platforms. And since we're waiting, we may as well start our cooking process here. A little bit of water there. Okay, our fuel is also looking kind of low. Might want to think about making some more fuel, and we are slowly running out of our crystal fuel. Not great. And slowly running out of crystals as well. I mean, it's not like it's super difficult to try and find more crystals, though. Yeah, I think that's our next destination there. And I would say maybe we're going to wrap up the episode in that location. Look, I'm not entirely sure how long the series will go for, guys, but I thought it would be a lot easier to find the recycler than what we're currently experiencing. But we might go with another episode to again fly around to see if we can find a high point, and maybe if we fail then we might wrap up the series for now in the next episode before the next update comes, because it could be that there might be some kind of a bug that is causing it to be very difficult to find the high points, potentially. Maybe they're not spawning enough. But yeah, anyway, those are just my thoughts currently. Let's try and land properly here. We'll focus up on maybe just improving our immunity first and foremost. Let's have a sleep.
Hydration level Distant crossing.
And yeah, we'll try and grab some ink bulbs, some bruise flowers, and just generally see what we can do on the painting front. Let's grab that, and let's keep going with even more crystal energy fuel. And yeah, let's dump all of that back in. We'll eat that. Have some water. And I still got a full tank of water there. Gonna throw that there, and maybe we'll cook the next thing here. And I'm gonna have to throw that in once it's done. Ooh, our lulling grass crickets are actually going off. So, we've got some rotten food incoming here. We're gonna have to eat some of this very soon. I'll come back and start eating some of this in a moment, but yeah, let's go off and find some of these flowers. Yeah, so in hindsight, you know, gathering too much food is also not a great idea. The fridge obviously helps, but you know, you can only really hold them in there for so long. Just looking for data pads. Those are really the only valuable things. Nice. Gold and silver. But I suspect we might actually need to get the metallic cartridges researched before we might actually find the paints that we want. Hang on a second. We haven't been in there. Accidentally shot off one of my arrows there. Not great. I suppose it's not difficult to make some more bolts, so not too stressed about it. We've got even more food now. So food shortage in this game is not really a thing, once you know what you're doing. Ooh, it's a garden gnome. That's interesting. I'm not really taking it because I feel like I need space for other stuff, but maybe if I get rid of the biomass. There we go. I mean, I don't know about keeping a garden gnome in an airship. I mean, if we had like planters and stuff like that, maybe it'd make sense. chuck a garden gnome sort of nearby. Alright, yeah, gonna have to make some choices here, so... I'm thinking the metal can go. And the epoxy, yeah, we've got another stack, so that's fine. Alright, so we've got 3 of each. That should at least give us a, like a 1 cartridge at the very least. We could just drink and do that. Yeah, I mean, if we really want to, I think we can sort of hang around here for longer and we can try and loot the entire area. I don't really know if we... Whoa! Okay. That, didn't really go as planned, but luckily we didn't fall to our death. But yeah, let's go back in, and... Yeah, let's just quickly check on fuel here as well. We can dump that in there. That should last a little bit longer. Got more fuel here. Dump that in. How are we going on this side? Still looking pretty good. We probably should get some more crafted though. Alright, dump all of this in here, and let's take a look at what we need for research. Some metallic paint. We need just 1 ink bulb, so let's get that done. And I'd be curious to see what is actually required to make the metallic version. Possibly like some of our plant oils or plant resins. But yeah, let's have a look. Ah, okay, we need metals for it as well. So it's pretty much standard, but just additional metals. Oh, we've got plenty of that though. Let's make 1. And we'll take that in our hands, and then we'll sort of check out what kind of paints we can use with it. Let's do that. Yeah, we are sort of running out of glass, aren't we? Maybe I should gather up a little bit more glass. Do that, and yeah, that's all of the plants that we've gathered is already gone at this stage. Alright, so where are we keeping our paint gun? I think might be over here. Yeah, okay. So let's take a look here. Alright, so these are basic patterns. So they've increased the number of basic patterns that we can actually have, which is nice. So these are metallic patterns, and yeah, then unique patterns. Again, still not a fan of lava. But yeah, with the metallic patterns, I'm not actually seeing the paints that I'm actually looking for, which is the construction style and the military style. So I think we're going to need to find a few more data pads before we actually get there. And that's fine, because I think we'll do at least 1 more episode just to see if we can find that elusive high point. And, you know, if we don't find it, then at the very least we'll be playing around with new paint patterns and stuff like that. Maybe change the ship up a little bit. As much as I like what we've done so far, you know, it is sort of like this baby blue is kind of, I don't know, it's a bit too soft. I sort of want something that looks like, that makes this place look like we're ready to survive and we're ready to survive the elements. But anyway, guys, I think the only thing that we can do right now maybe is eat some of our foods here, which are going to run out before they expire. We've got another 10 and 14 minutes on these two crickets here, so that'll be what we consume in the next episode pretty early on. We should actually get a few other things sort of cooking up here, so maybe our green colanders can keep going. Yep, our immunity is looking perfect. Got plenty of food to consume. Just need to worry about not letting them expire. I think we're calling it an episode here, guys. Again, unfortunately, we didn't really find what we're looking for in this episode exactly, but I think we made the most of the time. We've got a new engine down the bottom, which is speeding up the process of us sort of traveling around. And yeah, it's looking quite nice. I don't know, guys. I'm feeling like it might be a good idea to add a couple more rooms down here. That's just how I'm feeling right now. So if we do that, maybe we'll get to do that in the next episode or so. But anyway, I am signing out. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.